The fundamental legal operating principle of the corporation is that the corporation always, without exception, has to serve its own self-interest. And I started to think, what kind of person is a person who always has to act and always does act in his or her own self-interest?
Joel's a law professor at UBC, but where his work has really shined is in his book writing on the corporations and the pursuit of profits in a way that impact children's health, and then in his documentary work. That's where I think it's gone beyond British Columbia to the world in terms of its impact.
He has a high degree of intelligence, and he is very conscious of justice, which you would expect from a lawyer, but his specialty, I think, is an awareness of injustice. And this is what propels the academic work that he does and the books that he writes. His major work on the corporation is based on his feeling of the injustice which corporations do to us, and his subsequent book on childhood under siege is especially relevant to the injustices of corporations upon children.
Well, a lot of people find the comparison of corporations to psychopaths inflammatory and controversial, but I actually see it as just a kind of accurate analytical metaphor. And when I was sitting in Psych 101 as an undergrad student at college, I learned that a psychopath is a person who is incapable of feeling concern for other people. And when I was sitting in law school in Corporations 101, I learned that a corporation is a person, that the law actually deems a corporation to be a person, and that the law then imbues it with a personality where it says that the corporation always has to act in its own self-interest, that that's a legal imperative of the corporation. So it seemed like a kind of obvious connection.
He's able to take this concept and really get at the meat of everything that we should be about. We now know that much of the disease and disability we experience, and which we've exported to the rest of the world, is because of mass consumption, from airborne pollutants that are produced from consumption of fuel, from overconsumption of unhealthy food products, from excess exposures to environmental contaminants in consumer products. And so what he's really done is tapped into something so critical, and this from a person who studies law.
As a musician, he is top guitar player, and he can be seen occasionally in the cellar in Kitsilano in Vancouver, performing with his wife, Rebecca. She sings, and he's on the guitar.
He was a role model for me as I began to transition from a scientist who's just doing another paper or just getting another grant. But it seems to me that one of the most important things is to find ways to take that information and, in SFU's parlance, engage it with the world. And I think Joel's just done a tremendous job on our behalf of engaging with the world. I think one of the most important things that young people today need are a new type of hero. It's wonderful to have sports celebrities and musicians who are rock stars, but I think having somebody who comes from your own institution, who's at the same university that you're at, and who's gone on and carved out a whole new way of thinking about the world can be extraordinarily important. To say that somebody who came from my institution is changing the world, is making the world a better place, is a new kind of hero. Joel, congratulations on receiving the SFU Alumni Award. Your work has been an inspiration to me and will have a huge impact on the health of children for years to come.
Joel, I know that this testimony is a surprise to you, and I hope I haven't done you any harm. Congratulations. I'm very proud of everything you've done, and especially this award because of its association with Simon Fraser University, an institution that we both have shared in extensively. So congratulations.